Is America becoming a more anti-Semitic, anti-Jewish place?
OH.
All right.
Do you guys think Hamas is a terrorist organization?
They are a political organization. Certain countries such as Canada, the UK, the United States recognize them as terrorist organizations, but I think that one man's terrorist is another man's freedom
Like
fighter.
Palestinians saying, like, from the river to the sea, Palestine would be?
Free.
What would happen to all the Israelis?
They would use their second citizenship to whatever country they immigrated from, and they would go back.
But not everyone in Israel has second citizenship.
But everyone came from somebody that came from some heritage outside of the Middle East.
Like Yemen?
Like Yemen, yes, exactly.
Seems to be many Americans across the country are tearing down the posters of kidnapped Israelis who were kidnapped or missing because of the Hamas attack on October 7th.
It's absolutely atrocious. These poor people have suffered enough.
And Dana Schneider has had enough.
I think there's a rise in anti-Semitism in New York.
Midday Tuesday, when she realized the posters of Israelis taken hostage by Hamas had been torn down, she printed...
I do love human.
At Margaret Pace Park in Miami.
Everybody in Miami, this lady support terror.
The video begins after they say the woman tore down one of the flyers while walking her dog.
50 years old person.
But as Shaquette and his friend ask questions,
Go support Hamas.
Of course I don't.
Go join them.
Hamas.
So that's what
That
you're
is a
doing. You're
terrorist
supporting
organization.
people being
I'm
kidnapped.
supporting
Did you
civilians.
even?
the woman says they're misinformed.
Why?
I'm supporting Palestine.
You guys want to say your name or no?
I don't want to tell you my name.
You guys want to put your name? Really? You guys scared?
I've waited my turn here. I followed protocol in the New York City Council and haven't spoken out because I respect this chamber. I have to tell you, I'm still shaken to my core. I'm upset, I'm angry, but I'll tell you honestly, I'm actually somewhat pleased at what we saw here today. If you're wondering why I'm saying that is because for the last few weeks, we've heard from people who said, oh, we don't dislike Jews.
What are you doing? Why are you taking those down? What's your name? Excuse me, why are you taking down photos of kidnapped children?
Jewish students don't even feel safe anymore on their campus because they have a lot of these pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine people who are harassing and threatening Jews on campus. It's no longer safe to be Jewish in America, it appears.
They are basically allowing professors to say that Israel shouldn't have a right to exist, and students to shout globalized intifada, to shout for the eradication of Jews from Israel. We have blatant anti-Semites filled with hate.
They're calling them martyrs.
Some people saying they're freedom fighters and other people saying they're like terrorists, kind of like ISIS.
They have been designated as a terror group by the U.S.
Just answer my question.
If you condemn Hamas, Homeland Security will
If I support Hamas, because your question forces me to condemn Hamas. If I support Hamas, I look really bad.
If you don't condemn Hamas, obviously you support it.
What we're pressuring admin for right now is complete divestment from the state of Israel.
You say genocide.
Yes, I do say.
The Prime Minister of Israel or the President of the United States would say response to terrorism.
Absolutely. It's absolutely essential that we call it for what it is, a genocide, and also say that it doesn't start on October 7th. It started in 1948 with the creation of the colonial state.
I am asking with this context to condemn Hamas is very anti-Arab racist.
I support the right of Palestinians to resist occupation, including through Hamas, the armed wing of the unified Palestinian resistance. Resistance to colonialism is not terrorism.
Calling Hamas a terrorist organization is ridiculous, racist, and plays into genocidal propaganda that is flooding our media and that we should be doing everything possible to
Have they gone too far? Okay, maybe they've gone too far with that stuff, obviously. But if they want to fight back for the country, there's a way to do it. Maybe they took it a bit too far.
What's your biggest concern?
My biggest concern, violence, obviously. And it's not unfounded. Violent threats.
Threats like those made at Cornell University, which has canceled classes Friday, citing extraordinary stress on campus.
Patrick Dye, a 21-year-old junior at the Ivy League school, made his first court appearance Wednesday after authorities say he posted online threats to kill members of the school's Jewish
This video
community.
shows a group of Jewish students barricaded behind the locked door of the library while students chanted "Free Palestine" and held up signs outside the glass. This parent, whose son was in the library, says she's been begging Cooper Union officials for weeks to protect Jewish students.
But nothing happened. They still permitted the Hamas narrative to be expressed. They permitted the Jewish kids to be put in danger.
This woman's daughter.
I've been working nonstop to establish an immediate ceasefire that would last.
President Biden is trying to push for a ceasefire, which would only benefit Hamas to rearm and get ready to attack again.
Working nonstop to establish an immediate ceasefire that would last for 6 weeks to get all the prisoners released, all the hostages released.